a very quick Q&A and some business tips. So one moment, we're still looking at the second monitor to see if we go online. So one moment, guys. There we go. So we have a healthy stream at the moment, so that's looking great. So we're gonna start the bumper and I will be with you guys in just a moment. So let me select the bumper for you guys. There we go. Hey guys, and welcome to this new episode of Digital Classroom, the short version. Hey, first of all, we wish you all a stunning 2016. It's still allowed because it's January 2nd that we're broadcasting this. So, thank you very much for watching. Hey guys, so during Christmas and during New Year's, I actually got into a certain mood. We were doing our tour for the UK in June 4th. We will be in the UK with Nadine doing a live workshop in the Mastering A to Z tour. And something just stung me, and it was like, you know what, this is one of the best business tips I can give you guys. Now, bear with me. If you have a big company like Epson or Adobe, I understand that between Christmas and New Year's, you just close down, you don't answer any emails, no problem at all. However, we are also trying to book some smaller studios. So we were looking online in the UK to find some studios, and we were just browsing, and we had some studios, we're going like, this is an awesome studio, we want to do a workshop there. So 3 days before Christmas, I started emailing through 3 different studios. Do you think you got a reply? Not at all. So I thought, you know what, 3 days before Christmas, let's just bear with it, just wait until Christmas is over, and between New Year's, they will probably answer. No answer. It's now January 2nd, no answer yet. They are closed till January 5th. Now I hear you saying like, yeah Frank, but you have to have holidays, right? You have to take your days off. Now, I have a very busy schedule and I take my days off, but we are a studio and we have Anna Week, we have 2 of our interns and me. And I always have my iPhone or my iPad with me and I always try to answer emails. Now, I have to be honest, if I get an email on, let's say, Christmas Day and somebody asks me something like, okay, Frank, how does Photoshop work? I will probably wait until 3rd Christmas Day, so the day after Christmas, and I will give them an email. However, if I get on first Christmas Day, I got an email from somebody and he says, well Frank, I bought your presets online and I just can't figure out where to install them. I will immediately answer them. And why? It's his free day. He wants to experiment with my presets. Now, one of the best business tips I can give you guys is always surprise your client. If you have a client and she or he emails you at 8 o'clock at night, give him an answer for the very simple reason. They will get the answer and they will go like, whoa, that's fast. I get my answer. I just emailed you guys. How is this possible? Is this an automated reply? No, it isn't. People are not used anymore to getting prompt replies, very, very fast responses. And this is how you surprise your client. But this will also do something else for you. In the meantime, we found other studios. So the studios we emailed, it's now 2 weeks. We won't book them. For the very simple reason, we now found other studios who did reply during Christmas. So this is the first business tip, always surprise your client. And surprising your client you do of course with delivering quality, but most of all you do it by delivering some cool responses very, very fast. Now after the break we got a question in about light meters. And I want to give you a very, very quick rundown on the Lightmeter. But first, I'm going to show you a video, a trailer actually, for our video about the Lightmeter. So if you want to know everything about the Lightmeter, this is the video to get. So guys, let's watch this one first, and then I will be back and I will explain some stuff about the Lightmeter, which I find very, very interesting and also very important. Hey guys, my name is Frank Doorhof and I'm the author of the book Mastering the Model Shoot. Now, you guys really like the book because we're getting a lot of rave reviews on Amazon and every other online store. So that actually triggered us to make a video series about the book. Now, in the first video, I will tell you everything about the Lightmeter, Now in digital photography, I think the Lightmeter is the one thing that confuses people a lot. Shouldn't I use the histogram, Frank? Isn't there a meter inside the camera? Where do I point the meter? Towards the pretty girl? Towards the camera? Towards the light source? Where? There's a lot of confusion out there. Now in this video, I will give you in more than 70 minutes all the insights out about the Lightmeter. Calibrating, using incident and reflective, using a white background, how to keep details in the black, how to trigger the meter, where to point the meter. You will see everything very easily explained, but you will also see photo shoots including our model Manon. This is one of the videos if you're slightly interested in the Lightmeter, or if you already have a Lightmeter and you want to know everything about it, get this video. It's called Mastering the Model Shoot, the Lightmeter, and it's the first video in a whole series that we're going to release in connection to our book Mastering the Model Shoot, and it's available now from our website. Hey guys, so that was the video for our instructional video, Mastering the Model Shoot, the Lightmeter. And you guys love that video because we get a lot of rave response about it. Now, this is that Lightmeter. Now, one of the questions I got in is, Frank, we just like your work, but I don't want to use a Lightmeter. Well, the first thing I always tell people, use a Lightmeter just as a tool. Imagine this, you're lying on the bed and your surgeon comes in and it goes like, where's the appendix? I don't know, just start cutting. That's not doable, right? You wouldn't accept that. And still a lot of photographers do the same thing. They just don't meter and they just try to figure it out. Now the Lightmeter is just a tool. It's like a ruler. It's a metering device. It will just give you the proper exposure. But which Lightmeter should you buy? Now in my hand I'm holding the Sakonic 758. For me this is the meter that I use. And why? Well, for the very simple reason. This is a meter that also has a 1 degree spot. And as soon as you start learning to work with the Lightmeter a little bit more, you will start learning to also use the spot meter. Because the spot meter will always give you an exposure for 18% gray, meaning you can very quickly calculate for dresses, still keeping detail in the whites, or suits in the blacks, for example, for a wedding photographer. Now another tip for a wedding photographer is if you have problems with that, always place the darker suit closer to the light and the white dress a little bit further away from the light. So the light follower will actually fix that you have detail in the blacks and you don't blow out your whites. So that's a very simple, very quick tip. Okay, the other thing is how much money should you spend on a Lightmeter? Always remember, these things are not cheap. They're about 500 euros. However, it's a one-time investment. This Lightmeter will never ever be obsolete. You will use it until the end of your career in photography because light doesn't change. The only thing that is changing at the moment is of course the high sync stuff. But this is something that you can never do with a Lightmeter. So this Lightmeter will stick with you for the rest of your career. And that's why I always say get one with a 1 degree spot. Now, the other questions that come in are a lot like, when do you use the Lightmeter? Do you use it all the time? The best thing about the Lightmeter is know when to use it and when not. When I'm in the studio, I have control over my lighting, or I'm on location with strobes, I will always use a Lightmeter. If I'm walking around doing street photography, serious. Do you think I'm using a Lightmeter? Of course not. I'm using AV mode because it doesn't matter if my exposure changes just a little bit. If I need accurate exposures and continuity, that's when I use my Lightmeter. Now, one of the other questions was, Frank, in a previous episode, you actually showed some plugins that you use from MacFun. Do you have a special offer for them? And I do. And I'm going to switch now to my computer because we made a great deal with MacFun. And let me switch to the computer very quickly. So there we go. Now on the screen you can actually now see our exclusive offer. Now the whole suite is normally $484 and we have a special price now for all you guys for $149.99. Now, how do you get here? Very simple. You type in www.frankdoorhof.com/macfun. So this is the whole URL. You press enter and you get the offer. There we go. So that's that. And let's get back to me. Okay, so on January 6th, we have a new Digital Classroom live shoot. That's the 2-hour episode where you can see a model, me, and retouching. And of course, you're gonna tune in for the model, right? And we have some very special and cool stuff for that. I'm really excited about this. We're gonna use only alternative light sources. We're gonna use a Westcott ice light. We're gonna use light bulbs, chandeliers, and, well, we have Nadine as our model, so that means we also have a lot of styling in there. So make sure you tune in on January 6th, and on our website you can actually see the announcement. We are using live stream via YouTube, and we're using an event, but if something goes wrong, just subscribe to our channel. And our channel on YouTube is Frank Doorhof. It's the channel you're now probably watching. Please subscribe, because then you will get a message that Digital Classroom is actually starting. Now, of course, Digital Classroom is made possible thanks to BenQ and Rogue Expo Imaging. And, well, I'll see you on January 6th. And for now, I'm signing off with my friends from BenQ. And I thank you so very much for watching.